it's the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, everybody. You want to say Happy Independence Day?
Happy Independence Day.
And as part of our Independence Day, we're actually going to watch that movie. The exact movie, Independence Day. Cora's never seen this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about this movie?
Absolutely nothing. Why else would you think I don't know this movie?
I showed you the trailer. Yeah? Alright, well, I showed her the trailer. Anyways, I'm just going to go on a limb and tell you right now that this should really blow your mind because this movie has a ton of explosions. I'd say this is probably up there in the Michael Bay levels of explosions. So, but this is made by the same people who made another movie we're probably going to watch one day called Stargate. And these people, but they also did make the fake Godzilla movie, so. But anyways, I think you're really going to enjoy this. It'll be interesting to see who your favorite character is, or what your favorite scene of this movie is going to be. So I'm really excited to jump in. But basically, let me ask you one question, Cora.
Yeah?
Do you believe in aliens?
Why should I?
Well, I mean, I believe in aliens. I believe aliens have come to Earth.
Yeah, me too.
You do? Why?
Because if I do have luck on becoming an astronaut, I want to see an alien and see what.
Well, you may not have to be an astronaut to see an alien. They might visit our planet. Once our planet decides to wise up and stop doing stupid crap to each other, to the entire world, to our children, with their fake, crappy brainwashing techniques that they try to do on children.
Like what?
You're too young to know, so you've heard some of it when I'm watching the news and stuff. People can't even tell what a woman is these days. So, but anyways, we're going to jump right in and blast off and enjoy one of the best holiday movies ever, because really there's not many for this holiday. Independence Day. You ready?
Yes.
Alright, here we go.
Police and the fire departments are asking.
It is morning.
Stay off the phone.
You wake up.
Hey, come on.
You greet your loved ones. You grab the morning paper. And although it seems like any ordinary day, it isn't. For one extraordinary reason.
A historic and unprecedented event is occurring. The question of whether or not we are alone in the universe has been answered.
This is so cool. More ships have just arrived over India, England, and Germany.
I really don't think they flew 90 billion light years to come down here and start a fight.
We gotta stop them! They're gonna kill us all!
They're using their own satellites against us. The clock is ticking.
We must launch a counteroffensive with a full nuclear strike.
Over American soil.
If we don't strike soon, there may not be much of an America left to defend.
Being exterminated.
Let's kick the tires and light the fires.
We're looking at worldwide destruction in the next 36 hours.
Oh, you can't hit nothing! day. The 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
That's what I call a close encounter.
Alright, Cora, so we just finished Independence Day. Or as it was called back then, ID4. Which I guess is a good thing. It doesn't seem like the franchise is going to get more than the films it currently has. Although I would like to see one more. Alright, so start us off. What was this movie about?
I'm going to do it the shortest way possible. Humans versus aliens.
No, not that short. Go into a little bit more detail. What was it about?
Humans versus aliens.
Okay, you gotta give them more about it.
It was humans versus aliens.
It was aliens versus aliens?
No, humans versus aliens.
Okay, so what happened? Why were they versing each other? Did we build spaceships and go fight them in space, or
No,
did we go to invade their world?
no, they come to our world.
Okay, so they came to our world.
And at the end, they got killed by a electro nuke.
And a virus. Computer virus. Well, you're skipping. You're supposed to go through the movie. So aliens arrive on Earth. Then what happens? Are people freaking out?
Yes!
And is there anything else major going on or subtle going on? Okay, I guess I'll take over since you're not cooperating. So, aliens arrive on Earth, and this strange signal is interrupting broadcast of TVs all around the world. All the TV stations are having this interference from the satellites. And once all the little ships line up, one of these people that works for a TV company realizes that they're using the satellites that the TV is broadcast through to send a signal to their other ships to coordinate an all-out attack on our major cities all across the world. Not just in one country, but the entire world all at once. To devastate us. And does that attack work? It doesn't? So none of the major cities were blown up?
Well, some wall
All of them were.
went on.
Yes, we only saw a couple of the ones here in the U.S., but they reported that all of the ships hit their targets. All across the world. China, Russia, Germany, England, France, South America, Africa, Australia, everywhere. And then, while the ships were moving to go hit the next targets, what happened then? Oh, do you want to say, or?
They finally found the weakness.
Well, first, Will Smith, he went to go and try and fight the aliens as they were moving. And they got into a big battle with some aliens, and his best friend died. and his entire fleet, aside from him, died. But he was the only one that survived. How did he do that? He let the alien get right behind him, and then he launched his plane's parachute to blind the alien, and it crashed into the mountain.
Yeah, it's like the ship, the parachute, the alien, like it was right behind him, and there was a big giant rock. He said he put his parachute up, and then it got in the way of the alien. He got ahead, got out, and the alien and the parachute got in the way. Right at the last second, then boom,
it hit right on the edge and crash land on the ground, right?
And the man survived because he used his other parachute to go ahead and get out. I got you.
Yeah. And what did he do after he got out of his plane?
He's looking around. Kidnapped that little scumbag. Go ahead, was looking around and looking for someone. Go ahead and give him a ride.
Yeah, but did you like what he said when he walked up to the alien spaceship? He's like, yeah, I'm lining all your friends up alongside you. And then he opens it up and he punches the alien in the face and goes, welcome to Earth. How shocked were you when you saw the actual invasion part?
Pretty shocked.
Now, you, in all our videos, you always talk about how much you love explosions. Did this satisfy Cora's explosions needs?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. You know how they filmed some of that is crazy? Like, they used sideways models and then they shot flames up through the model.
Yeah. Explosion there, explosion there, explosion there, explosion here.
You even got
explosions everywhere.
You got an explosion that was out of this world when they blew up the mothership, right?
Yeah, so let me show you. Mothership, explosion, boom.
So, basically everybody's making their way to Area 51, and they find out that they've had an alien ship on Earth, and they basically are going to use this alien spaceship to sneak on board, plant a virus, which will shut the shields down on all the other ships, because they're all connected, and then they're going to launch a nuke to destroy the mothership. And
what's an electron nuke?
Yeah. Now, there was a part where you said that this was a sad movie. Why did you say this is a sad movie?
People died. A mother was literally dying. And all the sad parts I will not say because I do not want to have people sad.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what makes it a great movie, though, isn't it?
Having people sad? No.
But that's what makes a great movie. You gotta trigger all the emotions in people.
But not the sad ones. What is wrong?
Yeah, because if those people didn't die that made you sad, there'd be no stakes. What fun is it if there's no stakes?
What even is a stake?
Okay. So let's say you're playing Jenga. You ever play that game, Jenga?
No, I haven't. I don't even have it.
Oh. It's basically like, how do I define it? Okay, Sea of Thieves. We play Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Imagine if we played Sea of Thieves, but no other players could attack you. There's no risk. You could play through the game, And it would suck because there's no danger. But that sense of danger that you can be attacked at any time adds to the appeal of that game. Because you gotta be on your feet. You gotta be ready to fight at any moment. Even when you're teamed up with someone, you still gotta be ready to fight. Because you don't know, is this person going to betray me? It adds realism to the movies. It adds realism to that game. So that's the point of certain characters dying. You don't want to kill off the main characters, but you want to involve death at some point because you want there to feel like there's some weight to this story. Not everybody's just going to make it through because they're a character in this story. And a lot of people tend to criticize movies like that and say it's plot armor. And what did I tell you about playing with the stuff on the table?
Okay, fine. I'll pay attention.
Anyways, so that's basically Independence Day. Cora, how would you feel if I told you that this was just the extermination force? This wasn't even their civilization. This was just the pre-guard, too.
No.
And that we actually, next year, will be reviewing Independence Day 2. What do you think of that?
God, please no.
What? Okay, well, I guess that means she probably didn't like this movie. But anyways, we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you after this.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of Guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Independence Day?
10 out of 10.
Why 10 out of 10?
Explosion noise!
Yeah? Just because of the explosions?
Explosion.
Did you like the story? Did you like any of the characters?
Well, it did like, the one who sacrificed himself and the people who defeated the mothership in the mail.
You mean the president?
President, I mean.
And did you recognize one of the people that helped put the virus on the mothership?
Ghostbusters.
No, he's not from Ghostbusters! He's from Jurassic Park. I told you this during the movie.
I know, but he looks like somebody from Ghostbusters.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't look anything like Egon.
How dare you say that to a Ghostbusters fan?
Jeff Goldblum does not look like Egon.
He does to me.
Wonder if he'll say that in a couple years when we watch The Fly.
Meh.
Anyways, so who was your favorite character, though? Was it him? Was it Will Smith? Was it the president? Who was your favorite?
Him.
Jeff Goldblum?
Yes.
He also, by the way, he played the Collector. Stop! He played the Collector in Thor Ragnarok. The one where Thor meets Hulk. Yeah, he was the one that was holding Thor hostage. Anyways. Any favorite scenes before we go? This movie, Independence Day.
I know, that's what I said, end.
Oh, really? I thought it would have been when the ships fired their big weapons and blew everything up.
Yeah, that too.
Because your eyes were like really wide, like, whoa. Did you think Boomer was gonna die?
The dog?
Yeah.
Yes, now we're being very sad.
Boomer will live.
Boomer is an unstoppable dog.
Yeah. Alright, well, let me go ahead and give my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Independence Day probably also a 10 out of 10. I really enjoy this one. This is definitely a classic. It does, it does share a lot of things in common with a lot of other Emmerich films. Like, the whole thing with the bomb going off in the face of an enemy. I feel like, I know that was done in Stargate.
You forgot the most important scene?
What?
Explosion noise.
I don't base it just on explosions. That's you and you alone.
How dare you?
Anyways, no, I really enjoyed this. The music also, if I was going to be very critical, the music was basically, I feel like they either reused stuff from Stargate or Stargate reused stuff from this. Although I'm pretty sure Stargate came first a few years before this. And I feel like a lot of the music was the same music from Stargate, so. And a lot of stuff they had already done in Stargate, so. But it's basically the same team, so you can't really fault it too much. But I still really enjoy this. This is one I still really enjoy going back to. And I, like a lot of people, waited ambitiously for there to be a sequel, and they finally came out with a sequel, and now they're saying they're not going to come out with a third one because the sequel didn't do well. And it's like, well, if you maybe brought it out a little sooner to when the original came out, plus if they had brought back Will Smith instead of saying, he just died off between movies, I feel like that would have been better. We didn't get back a lot of the original cast, though. But, yeah, honestly, I feel like they could still bring Will Smith back. Because they said he was dead. But since we didn't actually see him die, they could say that his death was either faked, and he was really off doing this, or they thought he was dead, and he turns out to be alive after all. But I would like to see them come back and do something more with this. Save the franchise, sort of, since we do have a sequel. And they kind of cooked us to say that there could be a third movie. I'd actually like to see that third movie, even if it sucks. So, I mean, and for Will Smith, after his famous slap last year of Chris Rock, honestly, this is what he needs to do. So, to get probably a lot of people back on board. So, alright, that has been our review for Independence Day. We hope you are all going to enjoy your Independence Day and light fireworks and have great barbecues and do all the fun things that we like to do. Celebrate the day we won our freedom. So, alright, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Explosion noise!